Now, did Logan ever get paid with the situation with Floyd Mayweather?
Nah, not yet. Floyd Mayweather's broke. You know, that's what a lot of people don't realize.
One here in Miami Beach, the other in Los Angeles. The property here in Miami Beach is an 11,000 square foot property. And late tonight, we saw agents walking out of this house carrying a cardboard box as well as several bags.
Not paying him. Logan Paul, Lawler's brother Jake Paul, bashed Floyd Mayweather, accusing him of being broke. Which Floyd Mayweather is undeniably a pretty bad guy, where he went to jail for 2 months for domestic battery. Floyd Mayweather has been accused of domestic abuse by over half a dozen women, including his ex-wife.
In an astonishing revelation that's gripping the entire country, authorities uncovered a deeply unsettling secret within Floyd Mayweather's lavish mansion in Los Angeles. What started as a routine check unexpectedly evolved into a major national headline after investigators came across evidence so disturbing it's being labeled one of the most shocking discoveries involving a celebrity in years. While Mayweather has long paraded his wealth and luxury lifestyle, this new revelation hints at a grim and hidden reality, one that starkly contrasts with his glittering public persona, and it has left the nation stunned. To federal officials recently executed a high-profile raid on Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s multi-million-dollar Las Vegas estate, diving into a wide-ranging investigation centered on financial crimes. Early reports reveal the inquiry touches on allegations involving fake companies, crypto-based money laundering, and dubious investment operations, all allegedly connected to close associates within Mayweather's personal network.
What's your travel arrangements?
Want me to show you right now? Call my pilot right now.
Yeah.
So you just call your pilot and he just come where? It's like an Uber? I'm finna show you. Gotta pick some people up for me in Vegas. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course, Chef. Yeah, we're ready to go.
Okay, so let me know. Head over to Clay Lacey, then go over to Vegas. So let me know what time you're gonna land so I can send him over there, and then Dan can get on the plane also. Okay?
I'd say have him at the airport about 10:45 or so.
All right, tell Dan tell Dan to get on there also, please.
I got you.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. This latest turn of events adds to a string of past controversies involving Mayweather, including scrutiny over a $40 million real estate fraud and dubious cryptocurrency endorsements. In 2018, he was fined by the SEC for not disclosing compensation received for promoting Initial Coin offerings ICOs, including a $100,000 payment from Centratech, a crypto firm later charged with fraud.
Into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over, check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
Floyd Mayweather is well known for his flashy money team image, flaunting private jets, luxury vehicles, glittering jewelry, and stacks of cash. Recent federal investigations have cast serious doubts on the legitimacy of that fortune. Authorities now suspect that parts of his wealth may have been obtained or at least sustained through illegal financial practices.
How much is it?
$1.8 million.
$1.8 million watch.
$1.8 million, dude?
You're the first to see it.
That's insane. That
1A is high. 18 life.
happy birthday, champ.
That's how we doing.
That is sick, dude.
But you gotta show him what he's saying.
Money green.
Hold
on. This watch was made specifically for the champ, Floyd Money Mayweather. 101 piece.
One of one.
Money team.
Can we see it on him?
Yes, sir.
That one of one.
$1.8 million.
It's a one of one. I love that.
Mayweather's Beverly Hills property, a reflection of his extravagant taste, is a French-style modern mansion he acquired in 2017 for $25.5 million. Spanning more than 15,000 square feet, the estate features 6 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms, and a suite of luxury amenities including a private cinema for 12, a massive wine display, a candy bar, and a high-end chef's kitchen. Outside, the property boasts a swimming pool, a stylish pool house, and a gym-equipped guest residence with its own theater.
Oh Lord, this is your closet?
Yeah.
I see the money team hats, along with various others.
Yeah.
Do you even know how many outfits you have?
I wear the same clothes, but I got a ton of clothes, but
You're not overly concerned about clothes. I mean, you're gonna be suited down when you need to be suited and booted, but for the most part.
Well, today, I got on this today. Today's
I'm
a
not
chill.
talking about today.
Oh, today's just a chill day. It's
Yes.
like, you know what I'm saying? Today is like, okay, I ain't really got nothing, but you know what I'm saying? I do got a Patek Philippe on my wrist.
Okay.
I think this watch probably costs $100,000 with no diamonds.
Let's move on.
I don't feel like it's nothing that I can't conquer. That's why I'm pushing myself to the limit.
During a memorable ESPN segment, Stephen A. Smith got an inside look at Mayweather's grand Las Vegas estate just before the Boxers' 2015 fight with Manny Pacquiao. Covering over 22,000 square feet, the home was a stunning display of Mayweather's extravagant lifestyle. Smith toured everything from an elegant entryway, an advanced kitchen, to a plush personal movie room. The showstopper was a garage worth millions, packed with Bugattis, Ferraris, and Rolls Royces, all underlining Mayweather's obsession with luxury right down to his private candy store.
I'll show you a couple toys. They call this the $1 million garage.
I know we're on television, Floyd, but I think it's necessary for me to say, damn.
Well, we are on ESPN. These are sports cars. This is a sports network. This car costs $3.2 million. This Bugatti right here costs $1.6 million. You ain't seen these toys.
I haven't seen these?
No.
What? Floyd, this is 7 cars, man. Silver, platinum, Miami, black LA, white Vegas.
Yeah, in New York, I got my drivers.
And you got your drivers in New York?
Yeah.
Why? Talk to me about why you make the decision to drive different colored cars in respective cities.
Spoiled brat.
Oh, just being a brat?
Just being a brat.
The 7 cars that you showed me
Yes.
are in excess of $15 to $20 million.
Let me see what's the number. We go 3-1.
And you don't drive them.
It's close to 15 million. You're right. It's close to 15 million.
And you don't drive them.
No.
Oh Lord, this is your closet?
Yeah.
I see the money team hats, along with various others.
Yeah.
Do you even know how many outfits you have?
I wear the same clothes, but I got a ton of clothes, but
Stephen A. Smith has experienced Mayweather's lavish world firsthand, having toured his estate and car collection during interviews and podcasts. Smith often portrays the boxer's residence as a symbol of success, emphasizing what talent and branding can achieve. His exposure to Mayweather's empire has given him a unique insight into the athlete's sharp financial instincts and business strategy.
Mayweather was undefeated for the last half of his career with one hand. He constantly broke his hand.
Yeah.
He would go into a ring knowing he had no shot at knocking somebody out because his hands were hurt too much, and literally walked in the ring and said, I'm gonna embarrass you and humiliate you by showing the world you can't hit me.
Once Mayweather transitioned into post-retirement exhibition fights, his focus seemed to shift from legacy to profit. His controversial bout with YouTuber-turned boxer Logan Paul is a prime example. Stephen A. Smith didn't hold back his criticism, calling out the lack of real competition for a champion of Mayweather's caliber. Stepping into the ring with an untested opponent appeared to be a blatant money-making move, not one driven by the spirit of the sport.
Boxers, if not the greatest boxer in history. He's absolutely sensational. But he retired years ago, and for me personally, I know these exhibition matches are entertaining. I like the one with Conor McGregor, not so much the one with Logan Paul. Looking at these exhibitions and all of that stuff, that little melee and stuff don't matter to me. As far as I'm concerned, it could have potentially been orchestrated. I don't know. But I do know not just anybody should be allowed to be in the ring with Floyd Money Mayweather.
Absolutely.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. is infamous for putting his wealth on full display, often flaunting massive amounts of cash on his social media platforms. In August 2024, he shared a video from his private jet, showcasing piles of $100 bills alongside luxury watches and designer luggage. Earlier in the year, he posted photos of 7 Louis Vuitton bags packed for a week-long trip, one of them clearly stuffed with cash. He's even been spotted sending briefcases filled with money to rapper NBA YoungBoy, his grandson's father, further illustrating his over-the-top lifestyle.
Take much. So it's not, it's nothing like riding on the Air Mayweather, big boy private jet, and doing what we do best. That's 700,000. That's 700,000. That's 700,000 right there. And with this, we make just 300,000. That's $1 million.
And according to emerging reports, federal authorities allegedly uncovered large amounts of untraceable cash and key documents linked to a $42 million real estate transaction during a search of Floyd Mayweather's home, raising serious questions about the legitimacy of the deal. Mayweather previously announced he had purchased more than 60 buildings in New York City, totaling over 1,000 units from Black Spruce Management. However, official records do not confirm a full transfer of ownership, indicating that he may have only acquired a small stake, possibly with future expansion rights. In a video on Instagram, Mayweather claimed, "All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners, even as documents suggest otherwise."
Ever. All right, now Floyd Mayweather Jr., there's a story circulating that Business Insider did talking about this $400 million property deal that he had been discussing here in New York City. But now, according to Business Insider, it's not what you think it is. They said there's no evidence there's been a sale of these properties, and it's 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Here is what Floyd Mayweather had said at the time on a video that he posted on his Instagram.
I love bringing people into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on the regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over, check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings. It's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me. Guess what? You can do the same.
All right. Well, now we're trying to figure out what happened, right, with Business Insider. So according to another update, he did ink a $402 million deal for a Black Spruce portfolio. When he said that it was all his and no one invested, he meant no one was funding his part of the investment but him. And so I think this is something where maybe he owns a piece of this or shares in it, but it hasn't changed hands because the majority owner is still the same owner that it was before. I'm trying to understand what happened with this, but I know there's a story that's circulating, so just putting it out there. Whew, it's a tough one. I'm trying to understand as a real estate person myself what exactly he is communicating when he's saying that he owns this, because they're trying to make it seem like he doesn't, but what it seems like is that he owns shares of these buildings.
However, a review of public records by Business Insider contradicts Mayweather's claims, showing that the ownership of the buildings remains unchanged. This inconsistency has sparked doubts about whether Mayweather was misinformed or is withholding details about the transaction. Despite this, he recently responded to speculation by doubling down on his claim, stating he bought 60 Manhattan buildings on his own, declaring, "I used my own money and no one else is in on this."
Floyd, I hope the $402 million ain't left his bank account yet, then. I remember Floyd was on a talk show, I think 50 Cent posted that as well. And he said something like, they say, if you know how much money you got, then you don't really got enough money. So they say, if you know how many buildings you got, then you ain't got enough buildings. Como? Who told you that? I hope your real estate broker or investor, whoever handles this real estate, I hope they ain't tell you that.
Following his retirement in 2017, Floyd Mayweather Jr. continued to lead an extravagant lifestyle, acquiring luxury homes, exotic cars, and even a private jet. However, it later emerged that he had been grappling with serious financial issues, including multi-million-dollar tax debts owed to the IRS from 2015. These financial pressures reportedly played a crucial role in his decision to stage a comeback. Through high-profile exhibition fights,
Floyd Money Mayweather up until recently didn't have any money, so Floyd is the highest earning athlete in his career, making over $1.1 billion. And after making a killing, he ended up retiring in 2017. However, he dug himself into a hole after making super lavish purchases like this LA mansion. It was so bad that he actually owed $22.2 million to the IRS, which made him have to come out of retirement to pay that back. Like and follow for more.
Joe Rogan recently weighed in on the reports surrounding Floyd Mayweather's alleged money problems, including a rumored $20 million debt. These allegations tie into the broader controversy regarding Mayweather's $42 million real estate deal. Rogan's commentary reflects wider concerns about how Mayweather handles his wealth and what such significant debt could mean for his financial future.
Owe that money to the IRS. How much does he owe?
It's in the $20+ million range.
It's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been, it's not like deception.
No.
It's just neglect to pay.
Neglect. And it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this. He makes so much money. There's probably a point when they're like, hey, it's time to pay your taxes. And you go like, all right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money. And then they go, that's true, but you owe 50 more. And he's just like, that can't be right. I've given you $25 million.
Yeah, he's bought over 100 luxury cars from the same dealer and always pays in cash.
He has $15 million worth of cars.
Congrats. You can sell those.
Floyd Mayweather was trying to give y'all the fights, and everybody starts saying that this guy was too old, this guy was too that. Floyd Mayweather starts saying F all of y'all. F the belts, F you, F everything. I'm taking y'all to the bank. I'm robbing y'all. Belts does nothing but collect dust. Money over legacy, currency over legacy, because he felt underappreciated. I train all day long, and I'm doing this to try to be one of the greats. Forget that. I'm going to do it for me. He became one of the most selfish fighters you'll ever hear. That's why I never blamed Floyd. When y'all hear me say the Floyd Mayweather effect, a lot of Floyd Mayweather fans, you ain't on Mayweather already. No, I'm talking about the effect. Floyd Mayweather is an all-time great fighter, but people grab the wrong things because most people aren't about hard work and dedication anyway. That's why to be great is rare. Most people try to find that shortcut, and they only saw Floyd's shortcut. They never saw his scenic route.
In response to mounting financial strain, Mayweather returned to the boxing, seen through his series of exhibition matches, tapping into his global fame to draw massive audiences. These events generated considerable income, helping him not only pay off outstanding tax obligations, but also continue funding his famously luxurious way of life.
Fortune over fame.
Could you explain everything that's happened with the taxes over the last couple of days? Can you give us your side of the story?
Oh yeah. When I was on stage tonight, if you guys didn't see, from my Pacquiao fight, never even cashed a check. Still have $100 million that I never even cashed before. I have a tax attorney that takes care of everything when everything is okay. I still got my private jets. Let me put an S on that because I got 3 of them. Still got my private jets. I still have all my beautiful homes. Still have all my properties everywhere, and still making millions every month.
So you didn't take this fight because you needed the money?
Actually, I didn't even want this. The fans demanded this fight.
What's your take on how superstar athletes like Mayweather should handle their wealth? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk money management and long-term planning.